Russia is on the right side of history. When Russia intervened to protect the interests of those who are being oppressed in Ukraine, Russia tried and tried and tried to get an arrangement where they would be protected, but it never worked. One of the amazing things which have come out of this so far is that the former German Chancellor Angela Merkel, who has just confessed that yes, we negotiated the Minsk Agreement, 2014 or 15, but we did not do it in good faith. We did not negotiate with you in good faith. No. We negotiated that agreement with you merely to get time. In cricket it says it's called playing for time. No, in the Quran Allah says, Kulu qawlan sadira. Don't speak with a crooked word. Don't negotiate in a crooked way. Kulu qawlan sadira. Speak in a way which is plain and straightforward. Awfu bil uqud. You must, when you give your word, you must keep your word. They don't play for time in negotiations. Pacta sunt servanda. Obligations, treaty obligations must be honored. This is at the beginning of Surah Al-Ma'idah, and this is the foundation of international law. Pacta sunt servanda. They taught me when I was a PhD student at the Graduate Institute of International Studies in Geneva. A Polish professor taught me international law. She was from Poland. Pacta sunt servanda. Treaty obligations must be honored. And this is the Chancellor, the former Chancellor of Germany, admitting and confessing, no, we did not negotiate in good faith. No. This is yet another coffin, another nail in the coffin of modern Western civilization. That this is not a civilization that can survive in history. I made a previous video in which I asked, is Pax Americana now in permanent decline? What is lacking in our scholarship in the world of Islam is the capacity to use the Quran and the prophecies of Nabi Muhammad ﷺ to understand the reality of the world today and to anticipate what is coming. And what I have realized from my study of the Quran is that it is just a matter of time now. We might witness over the next year, complete year, a continuation of what is happening in Ukraine now. If this winter is a catastrophe for Ukraine, the next winter would be worse for Ukraine. Because Russia is fighting on her doorstep. And the West and the United States are far away from Ukraine. So you can't beat Ukraine in her next door neighbor territory. And so it is a matter of time before the nuclear war takes place. But it is Israel which will determine when the war takes place. Why would Israel want nuclear war? Those of you who have studied Islamic eschatology, you know it. But the others who are not studying it, we don't know. Answer: the footprints of Dajjal are always in three parts. And we have said, in Taliku ila zillin zi thalathi turab, in Surah Al-Mursalat, that the three parts of Dajjal's shadow, first of all, Pax Americana, first of all, Pax Britannica, and then Pax Americana. And then the Dajjal is going to attempt to give us a Pax Judaica, which is lasting for just a day, like a week, that's all. But a Pax Judaica cannot take place until and replace Pax America unless Pax America is sent out into the sunset. And it seems to me that that is what is now happening. And so in order for Pax Judaica to replace Pax Americana, a nuclear war must take place, which will bring about the end of modern Western civilization as a strategic actor on the stage of the world. Only then, well, Israel is hoping that the nuclear war will also cause Russia and China to also be damaged in such a way that they also will no longer be strategic actors on the stage of the world. And so the coast will now be clear for Israel to become the new ruling state in the world, and for all of mankind to have Jerusalem as the capital of the world, and for a false Messiah to stand up in Jerusalem and to say, I am the Messiah. All of this is in my book, Jerusalem in the Quran, which was written 22, 23 years ago.